Extra cart part friends, this is Jason, and this is a quick video on how to check your alignment if you do not have a laser system like a sniper, or if you do not have toe plates. So if you don't have toe plates or you don't have a sniper, this is a quick video on how to check your alignment. Now this isn't going to be the most accurate way to do it. That's another style of toe plate. Again, this is not going to be the most accurate way to do this, but it'll at least get you in the right direction. If you're in a jam, you crash, you're jumping on the front end, you're just trying to bend stuff back together. So if you don't have any of the proper tools, number one, if you can't afford the proper tools, maybe sideline karting for a little bit till you can build up the proper tools. It'll make your experience much better. But if you're at the track and you're just in a jam, what you can do is you take the tire, right? So we're going to check the alignment. You're going to spin the tire. Spin it. Hold on. Spin the tire. Take a screwdriver or a sharp object. And you're just going to put a little groove or a line so you can kind of see it here. I didn't want to go too hard on the pressure. We'll try that again. And then what you'll do is then you'll take and make a cross. So there you go. You're probably not going to see it. These are actually pretty old and hard tires. Then you're going to do the same thing on the other side. So you'll swap over, do the same thing. Spin the tire, leave a groove. You can kind of see the cross right there. There's a groove right there. Cross. Okay? Again, this is very, very simple. Simplistic. And you'll do the same thing on both sides. Now, what you'll do is you'll take your tape measure. You'll tape the tape measure on the opposite tire. You're going to have it on the mark and the cross. And then you're going to align it to the mark and the cross here. So just for argument's sake, right here we're at, if you want to do metric, 1090-ish or 42 7/8. So then you're going to rotate the tires 180 degrees backwards. Okay? That's why you put the reference marks on there. You rotate it backwards 180 degrees. And then you do the same thing and you do the measurement. As you can tell, these tires aren't even they're not even in balance. So then you'll do the same thing the opposite side. Now it's important, you want to try to get as level in comparison to the frame as possible, front to rear. You don't want to be up here. You don't want to be way down there, because then you start measuring camber. Right now, we just want to check the toe to see if it's straight. So that's how you do it without the tools. I did that for a couple of years when I first started karting. Then I ended up with toe plates like these. You can buy these on extra cart parts. So toe plates like these go right on top of the spindle. These are more accurate because it's a machine surface. Or you'll have the bolt-on style toe plates. So that's one way to do it. Toe plates are very accurate. Any tool, it really is in the accuracies and who's using it. Now the thing why a lot of us like the lasers, quite honestly, they're just faster. You can make live changes. You see the measurement on the grids. So the measurement shows up on the grids. You can twist the tie rod, half of a turn or whatever, and you see the measurement right away on the snipers or the laser alignment. If you use the toe plates, you can still do all of that, but then you're back and forth measuring with the tape measure. And that's the other thing. If you're using a tape measure method, make sure, this one's my track tape measure, so you see how it's loose? That's going to be a little bit inaccurate, and you want to make sure it's very legible. And whatever system you use, it doesn't matter. You can use metric or American, but always use the same system. So if you're using American and you go, oh, I have an 1/8 of an inch toe out total, right? You have an 1/8 of an inch toe out total. stick with that measurement so your notes are consistent. Or you can do millimeter, and you can say, oh, I'm 2 millimeter out total. So I hope that tip helps, and until next time, my friends.